Good morning. Today we're going to be talking about diatonic scales. Not just talking, we're going to be doing some work on them here with the guitar, of course. Now, yesterday we worked on chromatic scales, which took their structure right from the frets of the guitar itself, just as they present, one right after the other. Today we have a little bit more complex theoretical challenge. A diatonic scale has kind of a strange mathematics. There are 12 what they call half steps. I mentioned I really don't like that term. There are 12 half steps in a chromatic scale, going say from E here to E there. Let's go ahead and count them now so we understand. E is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a half step up here, but there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a D sharp right there. And now here we have E. So there are 12 steps separating this E from this E. Now in an E major scale, which is a diatonic as opposed to a chromatic scale, it sounds like this. That should be a very familiar sound to you. It's the most basic scale of our entire Western system. Now, we did that because of the open note E here, and because of the easy flow. It's a beautiful sounding chord on a guitar taking advantage of its full tone. The most basic major scale, the one that everyone starts with, and the one we'll work on today, is the C major scale. That's a C major chord. Here's a C major scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now, what we want is you to be able to have all the frets that apply to the C major scale in first the open position, and then in the top or closed position, still first position though. So we're going to do all the strings right now, and I'll say the names of the notes in the C major scale. We'll go down first, then we'll come back up, and you'll see how we finish. So C, B, A, G, F, E, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. So I'll just do that now with a little bit smoother flow to it for you. So that's the open first position for the C major scale. Now let's do the closed or the top one. See, we're doing our A here on the 5th fret, just like we did with the chromatic scale yesterday. Then we come down to the D. Now again, take a look at how the difference between the chromatic scale so you've got the exact same octave there, but the difference with the chromatic scale and the diatonic scale is of course the steps that we skip, or the frets that we pass over. So here again is the diatonic in C. Now, before we finish for today, I want you to consider the way it makes your musical ability improve to be able to make it slow in order to begin to feel the smoothness of it. Don't worry about speed. It's the slow smoothness that the scale first empowers. So we begin with accuracy, and we're only going to stay in the open position now. We're not going to do any more work on the closed or the top position. So we work on accuracy looking at our left hand. So each time I place, we go C, B, open A, G, F, E, then back up to the C. Now we go on up, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, up to our A, and then back down again. All right, now that's for accuracy. Your left hand is where the question of accuracy really is. Now why might that be? Even in our open position, using just the first 4 frets, 4 times 6 is 24 different spots, right? Your right hand, where you might use up to 4 fingers to select, only has 6 strings to choose from. And it's much more intuitive. And in fact, in our right hand, and I'll be focusing on that in just a moment as you'll see, the thumb works on the bottom 3 or the bass 3, and the treble 3 go basically 1 string here. I mean, this is how you dampen. Watch. So that the challenge for the right hand is far less difficult when it comes to finding your accuracy and your intuition. There's another rule that my great master, we'll be talking about him a great deal. His name is Carulli. He teaches the use of basically these 2 fingers for alternation, and if you watch carefully in a moment, you'll see that I'm alternating these 2 against the thumb, and that's pretty much the basic structure of what we do with our right hand. So the accuracy, you can see 24 selections as opposed to just 6. We're working against 4 fingers here and really basically 3 fingers here. So it's a much easier challenge. It's much more intuition, even if you just follow the math. All right, so the accuracy, I focus my eyes exclusively on my left hand. Now what I've found is that I have to become comfortable with what I'm doing, and that means I have to not look. So I have to be able to feel it. Now one way I could demonstrate that, and I will in future work that we'll do, is to close my eyes, but that's going to be for a very different purpose. What we're going to do today is look at the right hand now. And when I say look, I really do mean literally look. I will be taking my eyes off of my C major open string first position challenge here and looking exclusively at my right hand. And what I've found is that this empowers a type of comfort for me where accuracy was found by focusing on the left hand. Here, I'll show you. So, instinct here. We got our accuracy. We hear our nice, beautiful chord. Now, I'm going to look exclusively at my right hand, and you should too. So, you can see that I'm able very, very comfortably, because I've got the C major scale completely memorized in my left hand, to focus on my right hand and to focus on how these fingers look. Literally again, look, as in a little videotape I'm creating in my mind's eye when I'm selecting each note to play with each finger. Now, you can imagine there's been a great deal of practice involved in all of this so that I can make it as smooth and comfortable as all of that. That's pretty much the rule. Now, by the way, when you're practicing, what you're going to want to do is slow down every time you ever make any mistake. Keep repeating, going slower and slower until the mistake basically disappears on its own. All right, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to talk about it, but I will go ahead and close my eyes for you now and do a type of musical version of the same scale. I'll do it once through in the open, once through in the closed, and then we'll be done for today. As you can tell, I need some more completely eye-closed work on my C major scale in the closed position. But that's enough for today. Thanks again for watching.